A few months back, an enormous amount of hype was built up in the Minecraft community. Countless videos were being made, and creators as well as the general Minecraft population were preparing for a massive shift in the Minecraft scene. This anticipated shift would be accredited to two main Minecraft servers in specific. These would be MCC Islands and Tubnet. Both servers were 1.19 PvP minigame servers. You might be asking, what made these servers so special? Those servers take years and years to build up interest, and even longer to gain hundreds to thousands of creators making videos and streams about said servers, but these two were able to make that happen almost instantly. Tubnet is a server run by one of the largest Minecraft creators, Tubbo, which gives it a very strong head start. With the audience of a few of the biggest Minecraft creators constantly hearing about it, it should only be destined to be great. That, combined with a plan to merge Bedrock Minecraft and Java Minecraft, that interest should only translate into success given how strong that market would be if it were to work well. Now, what if we took that and combined it with one of the most reputable minigame designing teams and garnered the support from not just a few of the top Minecraft content creators on YouTube and Twitch, but all of the top Minecraft content creators on YouTube and Twitch? Well, this would be MCC Island. Given this description and the extreme hype built up around the server should only be destined for even more greatness, and some even believed it would soon begin to do the impossible. Now, the current biggest server in the world is Hypixel, which holds a monopoly over the Minecraft server scene. By that I mean that no other server has ever come close to rivaling Hypixel for years, and quite honestly can't. And if a server exists with a new game mode or an idea, Hypixel is notorious for taking those ideas and replacing it on their server, where the player base is already there. So breaking this monopoly that Hypixel has for the large part has been considered impossible. And this was the impossible task that some believed MCC Islands would be capable of. So how did the launches go for both servers? MCC Island actually launched quite incredibly. Well, I guess if you call that a launch. MCC Island opened up as a public beta, which technically isn't the full release launch, but it was basically a public beta launch. This meant that players could sign up to join the server and play, but only a limited whitelist could join. But you could also pay to be added to the whitelist, so while it technically didn't launch to the full public, the launch went pretty well. Hundreds of Minecraft streamers flocked to MCCI, and content on the server was only causing the hype around the server to increase further. Minecraft's largest content creators such as TommyInnit, Dream, and others were often playing on the server, leading to even more players playing. Every other game, you are likely to join a lobby with a Dream SMP member or a Lifesteal SMP member. The hype around the server couldn't have gone any better. On the other hand, the launch of Tubnet went quite poorly. During the beta testing phase, there were players using 10 plus block reach, and anti-cheat even made Hypixel's anti-cheat seem good. When the actual release was said to happen, we found out that the server launch would have to be delayed due to technical issues with Cloudflare. This caused the hype to die down. Given the massive audience that Tubbo had, along with a lot of his content creators' friends, he was actually able to launch the server to a player base in the thousands though, even though this happened. Both servers presented 1.19 minigames. On Tubnet there was Crystal Rush and CSGO, I don't know, whatever the other one is, CSGO basically. Okay, so Tubnet didn't really have the most original game modes, but how did MCC Island do with these? Two of the minigames on MCC Island's beta launch would be Get to the Other Side, and that is just a race to, well, get to the other side, with various modifiers, and Hole in the Wall, which is where you have to survive on a platform while a wall with various openings closed in on you, and you had to fit in the, well, hole in the wall. And there were two PvP minigames. One would be Battle Box, but the most popular game at the beta launch would be Sky Wars? No. Sky Battle. I joke around, but it was actually a pretty good concept and genuinely had some unique aspects to it. You start on an island and loot chests while a border pushes you to the middle. You can get cool items like levitation potions and gear. The last team alive wins. this game mode performed extremely well. So how are these servers doing now? Well, people are starting to notice that recently the player base on these two servers that were meant to compete with even Hypixel are diminishing. So for starters, why did Tubnet end up like this? As I explained earlier, Tubnet released with 2 modes, while most new Minecraft servers bring on a new PvP experience to the genre of Minecraft which they're adhering to, which in this case was PvP minigames. Tubnet created 2 modes named Crystal Rush and Light Strike. Crystal Rush was basically the same game mode as Bed Wars, which of course is already an existing and very popular game mode. Light Strike was a copy of CSGO, and given that both these game modes exist already in a space with an existing community and progression, the incentive to play these game modes were very little. This combined with the delayed launch of the server and the struggle to create a Bedrock and Java Edition crossplay caused Tubnet's server to do extremely poorly. That is not even to mention the lack of game modes on the server. These 2 game modes alone just couldn't hold the interest of the Tubnet players. However, for MCCI, the player base at the start was thriving. So how is MCC Island doing? It certainly isn't doing bad with a couple hundred players for a server as new as it is, but this is nothing compared to how well it was doing at the beta launch. Why is this? Well, for starters, it's still in beta. This means that the limit on the player base is still there, and you have to pay to get a guaranteed spot on the server. This means that MCC Island still hasn't reached the maximum number of players that it's capable of. In addition, they only have 1 competitive PvP game mode that really adheres to the 1.19 scene. It's no question that Sky Battle is the fan favorite among game modes on MCC Island. While BattleBox is good, it doesn't quite adhere to the PvP scene as well, and it is fundamentally missing a lot of mechanical foundation. This means that with only Sky Battle to maintain the interest of the player base, the interest in the server is slowly diminishing. While both servers have been up for a decent amount of time, I wouldn't necessarily say that they are doomed to fail forever. Right now, both servers have definitely hit a road bump, but that tends to happen with anything. And I personally am really excited to see what the future is for both of these servers, because the 1.19 PvP scene is still very strong, especially with MCC Island eventually being released to the full public. We could see a rise in the popularity of that server. It's unfortunate though to see these servers as they are, but definitely the stories for these servers aren't over.